Y'all caught me making tea before I started.
It's on.
It's on. I'm going to turn this on, my fan on. Y'all, I got me a little light, and it has a fan in it. Daddy can show it to you if he wants to.
Well, I hate to blind them.
It's not going to blind them, but it's got a little fan in it. It's so nice. Anyway, today we're going to make biscuits, gravy, country fried steak. That's beef, cube steak, whatever you call it. We grew up calling it cube steak, but a lot of people call it country fried steak. I got green beans on the stove. I've got potatoes on the stove. We're going to cream some potatoes. I'm going to have some green beans. These potatoes are in good shape. I'm going to put them on low for now, just enough to keep them hot so that when we cream them, they're not gummy. And that's one reason potatoes turn gummy. A lot of people don't know that. If you cook them ahead of time, they got to be piping hot before you mix them or they get pasty. Another thing that makes them pasty is potatoes that are rubbery and not good and fresh. And, you know, when you're peeling them, if they're kind of rubbery, they don't cream up good. Fry them if they're like that. Don't throw them away. Fry them and eat them. All right, so today we're going to make some biscuit mix biscuits. This is Southern biscuit mix. And I'm going to show you why it's different than Bisquick. It's different than Bisquick because it's got a way more shortening in it. And not only that, but look at here. I'm going to sift it and show you all these shortening pieces. I think I am. Get rid of some. Well, y'all just look.
And you can see them.
You can see them. They're yellow. There's one. See that piece of shortening? So it's got pieces in it, not little dots that you see when you open up the flour. Because that's what theirs looks like, these little tiny dots. This has actually got shortening in it. And it's good stuff. If you buy it at the store, you got to make sure and get what says Formula L, complete biscuit mix. Don't make the mistake of picking up the flour and thinking you got some biscuit mix. Lord, I thought I had everything laid out, and no matter what, I never do. It would be a miracle if I did that. I need my biscuit pan. I don't have shortening. Mom's little baby loves shortening. Well, let's just mix this up. Let me show you how easy it is. We're going to get these in the oven first. I'm looking for my blending fork. I don't know where my other one is. I can't ever find it. All right. So you just put your buttermilk in it. That's easy, ain't it? It's like 2-ingredient biscuits. But you get to use buttermilk. I know some of y'all like them whipping cream biscuits, but I like buttermilk biscuits better and sour cream. I just like that flavor because that's what I grew up eating. I like to taste that. And you don't taste that with whipping cream. And they're 2 or 3 times the fat that these are. Well, I don't know. This has got shortening in it and those don't. So I guess it probably equals out about the same. When it's said and done. All right, so you mix it until all the flour's gone. And then you pat them out. Now, today, I decided to do something a little different. And I got out a Vienna sausage can because I ate some for lunch. Yes, I eat them. I like them. My fan's going to blow my flour. So I got the Vienna sausage can out, and we're going to use it to cut the biscuits out. Because some of y'all's mamas, and some of y'all still might use one. And I told Chris, he said, why are you doing that? I said, because some people use it. That's what they use to make their biscuits.
So if you don't have a biscuit cutter, you can use that.
Unless you don't eat Vienna sausages
Yeah.
or potted meat.
Yeah.
But, Lord, I love it.
You can just use a can. Just
I
a
love
regular
it.
old can.
Here's a Vienna sausage can. It's the perfect size for a biscuit. It does have a little rim on it. You can see at the bottom of the biscuit how that little rim makes a line.
And these make really good biscuits.
Oh, yes.
We like these really as much as
the homemade ones.
Yeah, as our.
Matter of fact, I like them better. I have to lie and tell y'all. I don't want to lie and tell you that it's not the truth. I really like these better. Now, I do like the sour cream biscuits that I make with butter better, but that's because I got butter and sour cream in them. Okay, so I love these a lot better than just my regular. I'm just going to use spray, y'all, so I don't have to grab that with dirty hands for these. Okay. So here's our good biscuits for supper. We're going to get these in the oven. My oven is set to 450 degrees. And we're going to have some good gravy made when they come out. Or I might ought to spray that edge a little bit, so that one will stick to the edge. You can pat them with buttermilk if you want to or not. It don't make no difference. And then you get them in the oven. There you go. Now, let me scrape this off in my trash can, and we're going to start our cube steak. Y'all let me know how you're doing today. Some of y'all saw that me and Chris went on vacation. And we enjoyed ourselves. We went out 3 nights. So we didn't stay gone long, but we had a good time. Had a good time. We got to eat at a real Chinese restaurant. We never get to eat good Chinese food, ever. Because these Chinese restaurants now are just fast food Chinese. And when I was a young girl, when I was a teenager, and we lived in Cedartown, we actually had a couple move into town that were Chinese. And they opened a Chinese restaurant. We'd never, ever had Chinese before, ever. And Daddy went over there for lunch, and he loved it so much that he just had to get me and Mama and everybody to come, eat their food. And boy, we loved it. Oh, it was so good. And to tell you the truth, I ain't had no good Chinese food since then. Not really. And I forgot the name of this place. Do you remember its name, Chris? Because they said there was one in Chinatown there.
I do not.
One thing I loved about it too, y'all, is that they had the beautiful, beautiful dishes. Oh, and I got hot tea. And they had the prettiest little teapot and tea cup. Now, you're going to beat up an egg for your steak. So you're going to be using an egg and one. I just like to use pie plates. I love them because they're like plates with edges. Okay, to me, there's nothing better. And then you take your fried steak, and if you don't want it in big pieces, or if you got a piece of fat in it, like this one, you cut it out. Cut some of it out. Now, if you want to fry big pieces, you can fry it in big pieces, but I like it in smaller pieces. That's up to you. Now, that one's okay. But anyway, I love their dishes. They were absolutely gorgeous. And he said that they were a restaurant that actually was real popular in China, and they were so popular that they actually had their own line of dishes. And I was so impressed with their beautiful plates. They had birds on them and butterflies, and I love birds and butterflies. So they had me. Oh, crap. I didn't get my seasoning on here. About forgot. Let me rinse my hand off a little bit. Now, I season on one side, and I do it just because then I can season it. Why do I do it? So I can season it and not get my hands dirty. And then I can just start cooking. And if you put enough on it, you ain't got to season both sides. Now, if you're seasoning both sides with salt or something like this, you're probably eating much too salt anyway. Now, I know when you go out to eat, they season everything that way. I can't hardly eat out no more. They put so much salt on stuff. And I'm talking about even at Longhorn. No kidding. There's so much salt on their steaks and their steak seasoning that I can hardly eat it anymore. I'm telling you, it's something. I'm going to put just a little bit on here. So you gotta really watch what you eat now, especially when you get to be our age. Now, I was going to say something else, and I already forgot.
Wow.
That was important.
I'm sure you'll think of something else to say.
Well, it was important.
Yeah. Well, you'll think of it again then.
I hope I do. So you dip it in the egg, and there's no reason to double dip. If you use self-rising flour, it's good and crunchy. It gets and really press it on there, y'all. Don't be scared to touch it, okay? You ain't gonna hurt it. Really use your fingers and get it on there good. Shake it a little bit. Start the next one. And it's gonna take you a minute to do this. Now, Chris, while I'm doing this, you know what you could do for me?
What's that?
They'll have to see it. Put some oil in those skillets, or do you want me to do it?
It's not out.
I know. I forgot to put oil in my skillets, y'all. Just let me get these coated, and then we'll get it in there. Now we're going to have to wait for it to warm up.
Oh, I know where it's at.
I know where it is. It's under the sink right here, and it's full. But it hadn't been opened yet.
Well, there was one that was sitting in there.
Oh, yeah, you can use it.
Okay.
If it's got enough left in it.
We'll see. There's not much in there.
Put it in that front skillet. I mean, I ain't got but one skillet laid out. Maybe it'll be enough. Y'all, he's just going to get some oil in the skillet, and that way it can be warming up a little bit. And it'll be timed right. Thank y'all for being patient. But y'all didn't need to see me better every one of these anyway. Y'all need some action. Action Jackson.
All right, it's heating up. Look at that.
May is here today. She has her car at the shop. She dropped it off a while ago here in Richmond Hill. Because me and Chris found this good shop when we had a flat tire the other day. And we were like, man, we're going to remember that if we ever need something. Well, May's lights came on in her car. Chris, tell them what their lights.
I don't know.
Just some lights came on. You know, she's got a little Honda Fit.
Warning lights.
And, you know, they don't drive new cars or nothing. And so somebody's got to check that out and see why it's giving her a warning. So she had to drop it off, and she's here. So after we eat supper, me and Chris are going to ride her back up to Savannah. So me and him's got to ride when we leave, after we eat.
This is beef cube steak. This is what the cut is. I don't know where they get it from.
Country fried steak, same thing.
Yeah.
Boy, is it different, though. When you buy it out of the freezer, most people get country fried steak at restaurants and stuff, and it just comes out of the freezer. I mean, it really does. Lord, I don't got enough stuff for that one. I'll do it in a minute while we're waiting on this to fry.
You can just scrape it around in there and put.
I'm just
You
gonna.
don't even have to have anything on it. You just put.
I
flour
know.
on it if you wanted to.
I could put some buttermilk or something on it.
Mm-hmm. Good.
All right, y'all got to get this stuff out from under my fingernails real quick. And then we're going to cook. You got that grease on?
Yep.
Ooh, you didn't put much in there. Is that all that's in there?
That's all that was in it.
Uh-oh. We got to open up some grease. Y'all look, this is how we buy it. Is that enough or what? I can't hardly pick it up. It is open. Now there's some grease in there. That's corn oil, if you're wondering. Mazola, corn oil, 0% cholesterol, heart healthy. And if you don't believe it, that's what the doctor told my granny to use. And she lived to be 90, and granddaddy lived to be 93, and that's what they used. So that's what I use. I figure, hey, if I can make it that long, that's long enough. Long enough. I got me something to put it on when it gets done. Might ought to get something else. I ain't gonna be big enough. I didn't know I was gonna be making so much food.
You might want to set that down.
I didn't know I was gonna be making so much food.
Yeah.
But then when I found out I was taking May home, you know, they're gonna have to have a plate. So I laid out more. I'm gonna lay that in there and wait till it starts to fry. And when it starts to fry, we'll add everything to it. Now, these are my greeny green beans. There's 3 cans of green beans, 1/8 cup of oil, and a tablespoon of sugar. And you cook them until there's no juice left, and there ain't no juice left. So all we got to do with these is warm them up and let them glaze. I hadn't let them glaze yet, but I thought I'd do that right when this gets to going good. And this is our taters that we're going to cream. And let's check these biscuits. Beautiful. We got to get to going now. Ain't this going? What you got it on? Low.
I mean, it's going to take a little bit.
My gosh, it was on low. Oh, we seen a viewer while we were out. Guess what the question he asked me was? He said, I have a question for you. And I said, what? Why do you always cook on high? I said, because I like it and I like to get done. When I cook supper, I like to be done within 30 minutes. I don't like to get in the kitchen and stay an hour. Okay. So he said, I said, I've been that way since I was a little girl. I was the first one turning my test. And I tried to be the first one to get everything done. And that's just my personality type. And he was like, well, all right. But that was his question for me. Why do I cook everything on high? My mama did too. She did. She had 4 kids to feed. She got in the kitchen, buddy. She's ready to get it done too. As long as you're standing over the top of it, it's fine to cook on high. But now look, if you got electric, my high on gas is like, even these double burners, it's more like a medium high. Yeah. A medium to high on an electric.
Cook on high on electric.
I don't cook on high on electric.
Burn you up.
I would be burning everything if I cooked on electric when it's high. Now put your piece of meat in your skillet. If you want to, wait till it sizzles like that, and then you know it's hot before you add the rest of it. It needs to be hot. If you make something that is supposed to be fried and you don't wait till the grease gets hot, it's going to get greasy and not fry well, not make a good crust. And you got to be careful too, because these are cold. They've been in the refrigerator. So I'm kind of adding them a little slower because they're going to cool off that oil as I add them. If I just threw them all in there real fast, the oil would get cold real quick. So I'm trying to keep that from happening. Now I've got a few left on the plate, and I got one over there that ain't battered. Lord, I got a lot of cube steak. I think I can get this one in there. Watch out, Happy. But you do want it to be high enough to get them crunchy. I'm going to try to get something on there.
You want me to turn the fan on?
Um,
Nothing smoking. I guess it's all right.
yeah, it shouldn't be a smoking kind of meal. Shouldn't be smoking hot, like me. I used to be smoking hot.
When we buy cube steak, all it says when we buy it is cube
Steak.
It don't say what cut, what part of the cow. It just says cube steak. So wherever you live, you may have to ask your butcher.
Tenderized. It can say tenderized.
If you say cube steak, they'll know what you're talking about.
Yes, but it can say tenderized steak or tenderized pork.
Yeah.
You can say tenderized steak or tenderized pork as well.
We get those big jugs at, can you get them at Sam's?
Sam's Club or Costco is where we get it, and it's so much cheaper to buy it that way, y'all, because grease is way too expensive.
Yeah.
And I buy it that way, and it's the date is good on it. Now make sure you look at the date whenever you buy anything big like that, because that will last you. If you're cooking just for two, like me and Chris, most of the time, it'll last you a good 6 months. Now, it's worth it when it's going to last you that long. Now, when you fry steak, the key to it is to fry it on high, on gas, medium, high, on electric, and get it brown, flip it, and take it out of there, or it's going to get tough. It's steak, okay? See that blood coming out of it right there? It's ready to turn over. And that blood starts coming out of the top. See that? It's ready to flip. And you can tell we added these a little later. See, when I first started flipping those, there wasn't much on the top of these, but now they're starting to get more on them. And we're going to make some gravy too, y'all. So don't leave me. Now, while I got y'all on here, we're talking. I'm gonna try to use this flour to make my gravy. Why not? I'll use it. Anyway, I was gonna tell y'all. What was I gonna tell them? Something important. Oh, today I made a new giveaway, and I posted it on the community post. So if y'all want to be a part of the giveaway, let me tell you what we're giving away this month. This month, I'll draw 2 winners. And each winner will get a gift card to Texas Roadhouse, which I love, and Cracker Barrel. Okay?
Nice.
So, that's a $100 value, 2 prizes, 2 winners.
How's our biscuits doing?
Oh, Lord, I about forgot about them.
Ooh, just in time. Look at that. Wow.
They're ready. All right, let me grab something.
Sure.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. Look at them pretty biscuits, y'all. Them are pretty. Ain't they pretty? See how nice and fluffy they get when you use that biscuit mix?
I was going to say that's got grease in it.
They're good, good, good. Good, good, good. All right, let me get this steak out of here. Oh, we're about to cook that one too long.
Happening fast.
I'll put it in the back, give it to the kids. Me and Daddy will eat the good stuff in the front. I'm going to need another one anyway. I guess that's good enough. So all we got left to do is cream them potatoes up. We'll cream them up right quick. All this is frying. And I'm going to turn these beans up. We're going to glaze them. We're going to eat supper here in a minute. Here in a minute.
Barely fit, didn't it?
Yep. I don't know how I do it, but I do. I'm just going to use this to put those on. Be done with it. Be done with it. All right. I'm going to turn these on. I want them to glaze. We're going to cream these. I'm looking at the clock. I can't look at the clock. It ain't set. Excuse me, baby. Get to my left. Get to my left, please. Oh, the clock ain't set. Well, can you see what time it is? Because I don't want them to fry forever.
How long do you want them to fry?
The power must have went off while we were gone because the doggone clock ain't on. Oh.
How long do you want them to fry?
3 minutes max. So put it on 2. Then I'm going to flip them. All right, y'all. Potatoes. We got potatoes. I leave a little bit of water in the bottom of it. Put in a little bit of milk. Not much. This is a good mini potatoes. Put in some butter. Some sour cream. Some salt and pepper. And pepper. And if you cook enough, Mama just learns how much to pinch for how many potatoes she cuts up. It's just kind of the way it works.
Any recipe, if you guys want a written recipe, they're on CollarValleyCooks.com for everything we do. It's in PDF if you want to print it out.
Yep, the vegetables and all. Go to Southern Recipes and Southern Sides. And there's so many sides on there. And all my casseroles and dressings and stuff like that are in sides. I don't have a casserole department on there. I've already got so many categories that, let me taste that and see if it's good. A little bit more salt. I don't know. I can't tell really.
Yeah, just let them add more if they want.
All right. Taters, done. Is it starting to, it's almost ready, ain't it?
Yep.
So anyway, let me talk to y'all in a minute.
You might want to check your green beans.
Okay. So I like to take these all the way down to the bottom where there ain't no juice. You can see there's, come on over here, baby. There ain't no juice in the bottom, see? And you want them to like just glaze a little bit. They're not quite there. But anyway, I was going to tell you guys to join the giveaway. Also, my sister has a YouTube, and some of y'all don't know it. And y'all, she's just like I was.
Ready.
Chris, I am watching this clock right here.
But I put it on 3 minutes and not 2 minutes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Well, I'm telling you, they're ready.
Well, honey, I'm doing the best I can. Y'all, what am I going to do with this? Man. Anyway, my sister has a YouTube channel, and she's very country like me. So any of y'all that thought I had a fake accent, y'all need to go watch my sister and just listen to her talk. She's more country than I am. And she has to do everything by herself, so she uses a tripod. And y'all go take a look at her channel. She's just starting out. And she don't talk as much as me. And she don't smile as much as me. But let me tell you, she can flat cook. So, and she cooks a lot of different stuff than I do. Her style of cooking is different than mine. She uses a lot more spices in her food than I do. So y'all should go take a look at it, because it really is, even if we're sisters, because we've been apart all these years. She was married to a military guy for years. She always lived away. She never was local. Okay, and because of that, we cook very different. We really do. So we're gonna make some gravy.
How do they enter the contest?
You just go on there and enter your name and email address, and that's it. And the only way I contact you.
On where? Where do they go?
Well, y'all just give us a minute. We're smoking now. And if we don't do that, the fire alarm's going to go off. Let me grab me a skillet to make some gravy. Y'all, just go on there to the giveaway page, and it has instructions. Just go to the website.
It's CollarValleyCooks.com.
Yeah, everything. You can find everything on our website.
Yeah.
I make it easy for y'all so that it's a little easier on us. Now, I guess I can use some of those drippings. What did I do with my... It's wet. Because some of y'all, I'm sure, are going to want me to use them. Can you move, Happy? All these dogs get under my feet. It drives me crazy when I'm cooking. Woo, it's hot. There's some drippings for y'all that want some drippings. Then I'm using butter because that's what I like. I love butter gravy. Chris, that's fine, honey. We're going to make gravy and then we're going to be done. But anyway, yeah. Y'all go take a look. Now, when you enter the contest, there's different ways that you can earn points. So you can enter the contest with just one entry, your name and email, and that's it. If you want additional entries, you can go watch a YouTube video. There's different things that you can do, but it's not required. And the only way you're going to be contacted if you win, absolutely the only way, is by email, or if you go to that website. I draw the drawing always on the 1st of the month. You got to respond by the 3rd of the month because a lot of y'all won't check your emails, and I can't wait forever on you. So you can look on my page on my website, and I'll have the winners posted on the actual homepage if you just scroll down to look for them. And that way you'll know if you win. Then you can go check your email. And lots of times I put it on the community posts on Facebook and YouTube. Lord, I put a lot of flour in there. Didn't I? That's going to be some brown gravy.
It's all right.
Because of them drippings.
Yeah. Her channel is called Melissa's Home Plates, and it's Melissa with an A. M-A. Melissa.
Melissa. Everybody's like, why did she spell her name like that? Because Mama says that's the way we say it in the South. She says nobody says Melissa. They say Melissa. So she spelled it M-A. Y'all, my gravy don't normally look like that, but hey. Hey. Put a little butter in it. Lord, I don't even hardly have any milk. We're going to have to stop and get milk on the way home, ain't we? I just made all that gravy, and we don't hardly have any milk to go in it. You know it? Now that looks more like it. It needed a little bit more grease. We need some more grease. That's what we need. More grease. I'm going to have to use all this milk and some water. And just a little bit of water, not much. Now this is 2% milk. It's not whole milk. But I made a good bit of gravy. So, now when I make gravy, I like to use a whisk. Mama didn't, but I do. Because it makes it nice and creamy every time. Get your whisk in there and really Scrub the bottom. Go back and forth quick. A lot of people just barely move their whisk in the gravy like that. I guess I just have to do everything like this. I was the first one up in the morning too, y'all. When I was growing up, Mama's feet hit the floor at 5 to make breakfast, and my feet hit the floor at 5:01. I was nosy. I had to be in there and watch everything she did and listen to everything her and Daddy said in the mornings. I bet that don't surprise y'all, does it? That's the God's honest truth. I was nosy. I wanted to know what was going on in the world. Oh, I guess you could say I had an inquisitive mind. Inquisitive minds want to know. All right. I'm going to try to get all this gravy in here. I don't know if I will, but we're going to see. In this 4 cup. I'll be pouring it from the left, as usual, Chris. Now, I got several messages over the weekend. Some of y'all watched, some of y'all made some of my recipes. I love it when you tell me you made my recipe. I love it. So thanks for making my recipes and let me know how you like them. I know I stand by them. There's a couple that aren't my absolute favorites. Oh, I met a woman in the airport that was from Memphis, and I really enjoyed talking to her. And she makes her own vanilla, and I told her to send me some. No, you stay on that side, sweetie.
Your left is going to be over here.
No, please go on that side for me.
Well, then that'd be your right.
Okay.
You said on your left.
I just meant I'm pouring from my left hand. Lord, we've been doing this for 7 years, and he still hadn't. You would think I wouldn't have to tell him nothing. All right. There you go. And y'all don't like for me to boss him. All right. Now, I always put my skillet directly in the sink, even when y'all are live, and get some water in it, because if I don't, after making gravy, it's just a pain in the butt to get clean. And tell you what changes your life when it comes to cleaning gravy out of stuff is I don't even know where it is, my little smiley face thing.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't show y'all that because it's not here. The kids have been here and I don't even know where it is. All right, so let's make a plate. So we're going to have a piece of fried steak. Let me get a pretty one.
We take all leftover grease, we put it in a container with a
Here,
screw top. We screw the top on it and throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, we get rid of it. That's why I buy it in bulk. Put our cream potatoes on here. Our green beans.
And that is probably the number 1 question.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? What do you do with your grease? Well, I should ask y'all.
Out of 7 years.
What do you do with your grease?
Yeah.
Am I doing the wrong thing? Because we always poured it outside and put it in the slop bucket when I was growing up. And now everybody thinks grease is, I don't know what they think. It's not oil. I mean, it's not car oil. So we just put it in the trash can.
That's just what some people always ask.
Yeah.
Every video.
All right. So I'm going to put this here. Look at that biscuit. Don't that look good? This here, I'm going to pour some gravy over it. And then, where's my gravy? Right here. We're going to eat. I didn't put salt and pepper in this gravy.
Nope.
I got to salt and pepper it now.
Not a bit.
Come on over here, baby. Put a little gravy on our meat, a little gravy on our taters. And there you have it. Fried country steak, granny green beans, biscuits, gravy, good old cream potatoes with gravy. You can't beat the smell. Lots of y'all sent me a message like Rhonda Butler said this is their husband's favorite meal. Their husband's favorite meal. Let's get some salt and pepper on the gravy. Gravy is not good without salt and pepper, I can tell you that. And we will see you next time on Colored Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. This mama's sending her kids some food tonight. I love you.